Hey friends, today we're going to make a scary doll for Halloween. I was asked by my sister to make some sort of scary doll so she can put up and display, and I figured I'd take on the challenge. I'm going to make a couple for her, so I was actually working on this one here, still work in progress. My little garbage pail kid, more or less. Like I said, work in progress. I'm still waiting to get a prop in the mail and then fix up that prop too. But I'm going to turn this one here into some sort of vampire or demon, something using these a set of wings like this right here. I seen this at Walmart for, I don't know, $3 or so. So I actually got me two of them. And I got the other set apart so I'd save a little bit of time in the video here. Essentially, what I think I'm going to like to have done with it is something like that. I thought it put him in the back there or something, you know. I thought it would make a nice demon or devil, you know, dragon or something scary, you know. Just make a little snip in there is all you're really going to need. Depending on how much stuffing is in your dowel that you're using, you may have to take some stuffing out. I'm going to check, see if I can stuff this in here, put this in here without having to take anything out. In that exact position or not here. And I thought that I could maybe make this kind of look like a garbage pail kid a little bit. I figured I would add some legs, so I'm going to put on both of them. I'm just going to cut this right in half here on my donor skeleton. Another prop that I got from Walmart. And yeah, probably go about right there. Oh, there's one. Okay. Well, this guy's he's having a heck of a time now. He just lost his feet. Anyway. Okay, it looks like I have a left and a right foot, so make sure if when you're putting it on, you got to make sure you put them on the right side or the left side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the existing feet on here. I don't know. I thought I heard an expression, something about some lucky dog's paws or something. I don't know. Well, maybe it was a rabbit foot. Just kidding. Sorry. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of stuffing in here, and we are going to be taking some stuffing out of this to make it fit inside here. And I'll make room for my bone in the center. Okay. Just tuck in all this cotton that you can. And okay, this one here, it took a while for this all that hot glue to cool off and get hard, but there's one foot right there. Doing the same thing. I pulled some cotton out, shoved this in here, and I will start hot gluing it. I'm gonna fill this up with glue just like I did this side right here, and I'll be back. Alrighty, now you see that I have both my legs glued in place. And now we're going to put some paint on this thing here. I'm not done. I think I'm going to put me a bone sticking out of this tail and a few other things, but I want to put this paint on and just cover up my cotton. Just make sure you get all the little bits of white in there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and paint up. So I'll go ahead and start throwing a little bit of paint up here. Just put a little bit of blood on that for now. And so I just want to get a little bit of this blue in here. And you can see, I don't know if you can tell that or not. I apologize if this video is not coming out. I don't have a whole lot of light in here, and this is my first one of hopefully more to come videos similar to this. Just dab some of that darker in there to give it a little bit of different depth and texture, I guess, appearance. Come through and get that in there better. Oh yeah, yummy. Maybe yeah, just a tiny bit, but not much. Here. Okay, so yeah, let's see what it looks like first. Just do a little trial here. So now I'm going to start getting the hot glue gun and okay, I finished gluing this up here. So I got the tail hot glued up in there. Let's go for this side. Get a lot of red on this side here. I normally come back and do that anyway, so. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Probably gonna have to take quite a bit of this stuffing out of this piece out here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and start pulling out the stuffing here. Put it in the back. And some of this stuffing we're actually gonna, I'm gonna reuse. I think it might look good inside here. I haven't really seen any of this done. I'm just kind of gonna experiment with it. Let's go ahead and stuff them in there just to see what it's gonna do. Oh, that's not even close to fit. So I can remove it from right here and right here. Okay, I went ahead and trimmed off some of my rib cage here, so took that bottom half off. So this is what I'm gonna use. Seems like it's gonna be okay. Chance I'm probably gonna may have to add a little bit back in there, especially on the bottom side of the guts. But let's see how it's gonna fit first here. I can cut some more of this out here, but you can kind of see, get an idea what it's going to be like here. So putting some of the stuff back in it. And that little cut right down here that I have, that'll be okay because it's all going to be ripped up here anyway, so it'll just look like his guts are spilling out. This on. Okay, now that we've got this the chest all glued up, as you can see, I think I'm going to go ahead and put some paint, add some red and purples, different shades of red, and maybe some blues and stuff inside here, inside the guts. Alrighty, I figured out what I'm going to use for the clothing for this. I think I'm going to wrap it up, like in a mummy sense, but when it's all wrapped up you won't really maybe notice it. So I went ahead and cut some strips of some cheap fabric that I picked up, and I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to see if I can't just, I just want to kind of make it look weathered, like older and browner and maybe redder. So I'm going to put some paint in this water here, and maybe I can kind of dye it slightly. What is this? It says nutmeg. Not really sure how much to use. I've never really done this before. Brush might be the best way to stir it up. Oh yeah, it's browning right up. A little bit of red in it, so make it have a reddish tint, but not too much though. Let's see if that changes it up much. Touch of black to darken it up some. Blood in here. Doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can add blood to it. Okay, that's looking a lot better. I'm liking the way that looks. Now let me wring this out in the sink here. Yeah, see. Looks really nice. Now I'm going to actually hang this on a hanger and let it dry out, and then after I get it dried out we will glue it in place. This is all dried up. This is the outfit. I went ahead and got it all hung up, and now it's dried and waiting to be wrapped. So got a couple things we're going to be working on here. But first off, I'm going to start with this paint. I think I might mix a little bit of water into it so it might soak in faster too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put a touch of red. I got just a little bit of water in there so I can how well this works. See if it's a bad thing or a good thing, I guess. Hopefully it'll make it runny enough for it to go and soak in. There's just a lot of cotton in there and it's soaked up. And so I didn't quite get it all the way. I'm still going to add some fresh red paint and stuff in there too instead of being watered down. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this all up with what I just showed you, that wrap anyway. So it's okay that it soaked through. But meanwhile, I went ahead and add some stuffing on the back here, up by the wings here, so that way it gives it a nice strong appearance. I'm going to go ahead and hot glue this down here. I went ahead and found another piece of bone, and I went ahead and stuffed it in the back to make it look like a spine. So I'm in the process right now of actually cutting this up so it'll make it show off a little bit more of the spine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing up this around the spine. Okay, now that I got it all hot glued back there, I'm going to go ahead and put some red paint in the guts so I can work on. I'm not going to water it down. I'm just going to put the straight on red paint on here. Just painting in between all these ribs. And then after I'm done, I'll put some blood on the ribs, so it's okay if I get some red on the ribs at this point. Alrighty, as you can see, I just got done getting a nice red inside the cotton for under the rib cage here. Darker, deeper reds. And start putting that inside a little bit just to darken it up and give it some different colors and I guess added textures. Let that soak on in. There you can kind of see the shininess in it. And while I'm doing that, I suppose I can give me some more guts over here. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it real well with the lighting, but you can see I got a little bit of the glue in there. Kind of makes it look like there's some organs and guts a little bit down here too. And then when I put the clear coat, it's going to really make that stuff pop. Okay. Well, I still got a few more things I want to do to this. One thing is I would like to, I thought about putting some claws sticking out of the hand, so I'm going to puncture me a couple holes there and stick these claws in it. And I still have my fangs I want to glue on. And then I have to wrap it all up with the material I got for it. And then, alrighty, let's go with it. Okay, a couple little slits in here. It's not going to take much to get this, get these little bones sticking in here. So, yeah, see, hot glue on a couple of these here. Shorten my video up here. Okay, well, as you see, I got my claws done. I got them hot glued in, both sides now. So next step is the fangs. Let me get a good place for this. I'm gonna glue it up like that. Hope this is gonna work. So I'll stick a little hot glue in there. Oh yeah. Stick my fang, center it up. They seem to be working pretty good. I was hesitant to whether to use this hot glue or to use super glue, because the super glue has really been, you know, they've been making some good advancements over the years on that, and I know that super glue would definitely hold it, but I think this is going to be good too. Stick a little bit more in here. I don't want that stuff to come off. But I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I'm going to have it overlapping probably half a turn each, so that way it'll be nice and thick and it'll take out the lines that you see in here. So, and then I'll stick some glue in here. Trying to get in between the materials here. That way it won't unravel. Okay, we got the legs done and the tail. I think what I'm going to do here is actually just cover over the whole wound like that, and then I can just cut it out. And the more glue I put on, the better it'll stay, and I don't have to worry about it coming off and falling apart, you know. Okay, I got about half the body done here. And then I still want to, I plan on hanging this up by its back. So I'm going to put a hole in here and stick it inside here and maybe have these bones sticking out, so it's going to kind of look like a little bit more of the spine. Okay, so it's got to be like that right there. Okay, I got one arm here done. I went ahead and sliced this open. Okay, looks like I got her all wrapped up here. I'm gonna go ahead and I kind of already did start cutting this a little bit. I should have waited, sorry. But I'm just gonna cut it to expose my wounds here. the front and on the back too. I have to go and do his spine, clear off his exposed spine here. Alrighty, I got the clothing cut back. So now what I have to do is just put some paint around there, make it look like it's bloody, and maybe put some splotches over you know, various parts on his clothing to make it look you know, spookier. I still have to figure out what I want to do with his hands. I think I would like to paint them, but I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm going to do with those. Where the clothing's at. Looks like I might be able to move that just a little bit more, but probably okay. Okay, so like I did here, I'm going to go over and do on this front and around all the edges here, even around like the legs and hands and everything. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, I'm still painting it up, but as you see how it's coming along. I'm doing the back side right now. I'm not quite all done yet. And then I will let it dry, and then I can do the front side. Okay, I got the paint applied on it here. I just got done doing the front side. I did the back side first and let it dry up, and now I'm did the front here. I'm getting ready to throw a little bit of a splash so it'll speckle it on there. That's what I'm doing next. Okay, now I'm going to do the little blood splash. I'm kind of using a bigger brush here. I'm going to see if it's going to be better. I want some paint on here, but I don't want it super sloppy, and see how it goes here. Oh yeah. Ooh, blob. Yeah. And it does give it a little more of a natural splash effect to it. Get more up here if we can. And I'm going to put an X in its head. I think it'll make it scarier. Deeper than that. Okay, I got the paint splashed on the back side as well. So I'll do it quick. It's still kind of wet back there, drying up. Here's the front side. And fingertips, and I'm going to turn them into little like double horn things. Double horns. So